innate need to help people. That's where I did my bachelor's in social work at first place. And when Asif came up with this whole idea of having, this WhatsApp group and how we can give back to society, so I thought, why not, things that I am helping here in Dubai, in my work, in my surroundings, family and friends, and at professional circle, why not help our own countrymen and people from the universities where we have so much, emotional connect with. So yesterday we had a session with Jamia Millia Islamia placement cell. There were young students that we were talking about this emotional well-being and self-awareness. So today I'm really happy that you guys have shown interest, and I will be really more than happy to see some, interaction while you can just write down in the chat area why you are here today in one word. If you can just write there, what is your agenda? Is there any specific thing that you want to hear about? What is your interest? Why you are here for? So just start writing, and if you can just let me know, I'll be able to see, and probably I'll be able to touch upon your specific expectations. Today slightly we will touch upon all these areas. This information that I'm presenting is quite a condensed information, so session may not be all that interactive. I would like to see uh, that I want to really reply to your questions as much as possible, and by that time I would like to finish all the information that I want to share with you. So there's a beautiful mixture of the work in psychology field, spirituality and science, and how all these things are talking about one thing, which is mind over matter. So we'll talk about the learning curve, we'll talk about how to find purpose of life, and have some tips through introspection you're doing in your life. There is a high need for your honesty today, your own self. आज आप अपने आप से प्लीज खुदा के वास्ते झूठ नहीं बोलिएगा. जो भी सवाल मैं आपसे पूछूं, आप यहाँ पे किसी को दिखा नहीं रही हैं, आप किसी को बता नहीं रहे हैं कि आपके दिमाग और जहन में क्या चल रहा है. लेकिन अगर आप आज यहाँ हैं, आप यहाँ से सही में, फ्री में, जिस चीज को इंफॉर्मेशन को लेने के लिए लोग हजारों लाखों रुपए लगा देते हैं, पूरी जिंदगियां लगा देते हैं, फिर भी जवाब नहीं मिल पाते हैं. आप वर्कशॉप में अगर इमोशनल लेवल पे ऑनेस्टी के साथ इंगेज होते हैं, तो आपको बहुत गहरी इंसाइट्स
हो गया.
तो मुझे बहुत खुशी होगी अगर आप ऑनेस्टली पूरा एक घंटा जो ये वर्कशॉप है, आप इसमें इंगेज रहें, इन्वॉल्व रहें, और जो एक्टिविटीज मैं करवाने वाली हूँ, आप उसमें पूरी तरीके से इन्वॉल्व होके अगर फायदा उठा पाए, तो मुझे लगेगा कि यस, मेरा पर्पस जो है वो पूरा हुआ. माय होल पर्पस इज टू हेल्प पीपल टू हेल्प देमसेल्व्स. थोड़ी सी भी किसी की मदद हो जाए तो बेहतर होगा. I have 3 people here in the chat, but I don't see the comments. Okay. So this is new. I wanted to see the comments. Sir, are you able to see the comments? I can see here there are 3. Okay, chat.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there. Learn to have greater control over my emotions. Hamdav. Okay, this is emotional management to utilize some time in this pandemic. Sure, ma'am, will do my best. Mohammed. Excellent. Guys, we have here over 68, 69 people. If you do not know why you are here, just ask yourself what you want to hear. This topic, it gives you some idea why you are here, what is it all about. Because एक घंटा आप मुझे दे रहे हैं, वो मेरे लिए नहीं है, वो आपके लिए होगा. और इस 1-1.25 घंटे के अंदर आपको कुछ बहुत insights मिल सकती हैं. Asif, shall we start?
Yeah. Go ahead.
All right. So I would like to start and ask yourself why you are here, why you want to train and rewire your brain. What is your purpose? And then, is it that you want to be more happier in your life, or is there any stress? Obviously, we are talking about lots of stress due to corona and pandemic, and fear of job loss, fear, so many fears and anxieties and uncertainty. What is your purpose for being here? Write down, if you have any notepad or in your brain, just have a statement. What is my purpose to be here this evening? Do you want to be healthier, or you are just interested in self-help and learning that what is it all about? You are curious. And what is your current program? Just find out these questions if you can, and then know that there are 3 C's. These are the magic 3 C's. You choose the kind of state of mind you want to be in. If your current state of mind is not helping you, then you better change it. And then see what options are there for you, and you choose your options. And if this mental readiness is still not there, then there's many tips today. You can have a look here and pick your, personal preference and personal choices that can help you in your journey ahead. Here, know one thing. I think there are so many doctors, engineers, professionals, very senior staff. You all are, 1 minute, please. You all are here. Know one thing, that there's so much of information in this whole world. And what you know about your discipline and what I know about my discipline is just a drop in the whole ocean of knowledge. So there, I'm sure you must be knowing absolutely everything about your field, but certainly there's things that you will know which will help you today, and you can move forward and get away with good tips. So know, when you are here today, what learning state of mind I want you to be here today. There's something called unconscious incompetence, meaning that I don't know that I don't know something. So today I'm going to talk about many things that you don't know that you don't know, right? And then this there's a conscious incompetence. There is an awareness that I know that I don't know something. So this is where the knowledge is absorbed very easily when I know that I don't know. So it's a very easy learning stage. Okay. So third stage is conscious competence, where you know certain things, but you forget and you just try and remember. And there's a yeah, and I know this, right? This is called conscious competence. And something called unconscious competence, meaning I know it so well that I can do it by autopilot. It's a part of my system now. I can walk, I can talk, I can drive, I can bike, motorcycle or cycle, I can swim. So this is become a part of autopilot. Now, behavioral patterns, whatever personality you have, whatever attitudes you have, they are all on autopilot. And whatever negative emotions that we have, if somebody come and say, you know what, you have a negative attitude, or I'm not happy with your behavior, we will just, our ego will come in place and say, you know what, I'm not gelling very well this person. I don't take that as a positive note, and I rather stay away from that critique and just be whoever I am. I'm not ready to change. So this kind of learning state is not going to help you out. Today, you need to acknowledge many things that you know that you don't know. And there are certain things maybe you are aware, but you can't change it. You are helpless because it's a part of your habit. And how to change old habits into new habits. It's a very simple thing, but there's lots of conviction required. And let's see how we can help you with that. Interesting question here for everyone. Are you happy with your life? Are you going in a direction where you always wanted to? So your goals are conscious. Are you aware about where you are heading towards? And your behavior is going into that direction in that goal. Ask yourself this question. Then, if you see that your goal is here and your direction is some other side, so that's where the conflict comes. इसे हिंदी में कहते हैं अंतर्द्वंद, conflict when our goal and our actions are not in harmony. This is where internal conflict arrives. It's very important to have our goals and behavior in one direction. And if they are not in one direction, then there's going to be a conflict, and that conflict is going to be like a slow poison in our body, and eventually, slowly, gradually, we are going to be unhappy, sad, stressed, depressed, and we end up with lots of negative energies in our life. As the moment when we know that our goals and behavior are not in one direction, this realization in itself is a success. Because why? Then at least we know we need to change, because this behavior is not helping us. Looking at this hierarchy on the right hand side, this pyramid, it talks about Maslow need hierarchy. He's been a great psychologist over a couple of decades. This model has been there, used by psychologists, neuroscientists. Based on Maslow, there are some innate human needs that we all have. We have physiological needs. These are the needs that we all human beings need to survive. And if these needs are not fulfilled, we can literally die. Food, air, water, sleep, basic human instinctive things which are required for survival. जिनके बिना हम जिंदगी जीने के लिए सोच नहीं सकते. अभी पेंडेमिक के दौरान क्या हुआ है, बहुत सारे फैमिलीज, कंट्रीज, सिटीज घर में फूड स्टॉक करने में जुट गए थे. अभी हमें सबसे ज्यादा पता चला है कि सर्वाइवल के लिए हमें बेसिकली कितना चाहिए और क्या चाहिए, जिसमें सारी शॉपिंग रफा दफा हो चुकी है, और जिसमें सिर्फ हम खाने पीने की चीजें घरों में भर के रख रहे थे कि कुछ नहीं होगा, 6 महीने का लॉकडाउन हो गया तो घर में खाने के लिए कुछ नहीं बचेगा. दीज आर द फिजियोलॉजिकल नीड्स. Once these needs are satisfied, then all human beings want to safeguard themselves from rain, heat, cold. We need house, safety. आज के जमाने में पुलिस चाहिए, आर्मी चाहिए, इंश्योरेंस चाहिए, basic safety need and cover, so that we feel that there's no threat to our survival. Once we have these needs satisfied, then comes need for love, belongingness, friends. We are social animals. We need friends in our life. Relationships are important. Once these needs are satisfied, human beings start looking for recognition, self-esteem, how to fulfill our ego, applaud, appreciation, awards, acknowledgement. All these needs are required to boost our ego and feel good about ourselves. So these are the need for self-esteem and making our inner self more up and higher. Once all these needs are satisfied, then people go into actually self-actualization mode. What is that time when people start looking for the question behind life and death? What is the purpose of life? Why I'm here for? What is my aim? Am I living aimlessly? Who is God? What is, heaven and hell? So these kind of questions, they start sneaking into our mind, and we start more serious meanings beyond house, safety, and basic needs in life. Ask yourself, where do you spend most of your time? Are you struggling just to capture more safety in your life? एक घर चाहिए, दूसरा घर भी चाहिए, इतनी income चाहिए, insurance चाहिए. What is your mental power is engaged in? Ask yourself, are you a kind of person who's always looking for friends and relationships, people, person who's always happy and elevated when दोस्तों के साथ टाइम बिताना, फैमिली मेंबर्स के साथ टाइम बिताना, कम्युनिटी में हेल्प करके आपको ज्यादा खुशी मिलती है? These are the people who are more inclined toward love and belongingness. This is what their passion is. कुछ लोगों को होता है अवार्ड्स, रिकॉग्निशन ही के लिए ड्राइव करते हैं. हमें ट्रॉफीज चाहिए, सर्टिफिकेट्स चाहिए, एक्नॉलेजमेंट चाहिए, अवार्ड्स चाहिए. अगर आप उस तरीके की शख्सियत रखते हैं, तो आप इस तरीके की एनवायरनमेंट में जाएं जहां पे आपको ये सब एज अ रिटर्न आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हैं, क्योंकि आपकी इनेट नीड वहां पे है, रिकॉग्निशन पे है. अगर आपकी रिकॉग्निशन ज्यादा आपकी नीड है और आप बहुत ज्यादा इंटरेस्टेड नहीं है सेफ्टी में, तो आपको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि मेरे पास घर है या नहीं है, लेकिन मेरे पास कनेक्शंस हैं और मेरे पास अवार्ड है, ट्रॉफीज हैं, मुझे एक मुकाम हासिल है. आप खुश रहेंगे. तो ये सारी की सारी नीड्स एक सिमिलर नहीं होती हर इंसान के अंदर, सबकी वेरिएशंस होती हैं. और अगर आपको ये है कि अल्लाह रसूल और भगवान और ईश्वर गॉड के अंदर ज्यादा इंटरेस्ट है, बाकी सारी चीजों से आपका मन उठ चुका है, तो आपको लगेगा कि आपको फुल टाइम पूरी की पूरी आपकी जो एनर्जी है वो सेल्फ एक्चुअलाइजेशन में जा रही है, तो आप इन सारी नीड्स से ऊपर उठ चुके हैं. नॉर्मली व्हेन ह्यूमन बीइंग्स 0 to 7 years of age, we are completely sponge and we are just you know uh, absorbed with these basic needs, and our whole interaction is just taking the understanding everything from our physical work environment. लोग कैसे behave कर रहे हैं, माँ बाप घर में भाई बहन, वहां से हम सीख रहे होते हैं. 7 से 14 साल की उम्र में हम सिर्फ कॉपी कर रहे होते हैं, मिरर कर रहे होते हैं अपने घर वालों को, अपने दोस्तों को, फैमिली मेंबर्स को. 14 से लेके 21, 14 से 21-22 साल तक की उम्र में हमारी पूरी जिंदगी सिर्फ हमारे दोस्त होते हैं, फ्रेंड सर्कल होता है, और सिर्फ सोशल रिलेशनशिप्स में एंगेज होते हैं. 21 से लेके 38 39 तक, 40 हद से हद हम एंगेज होते हैं नाम पैसा इज्जत ये सब कमाने में. 40 तक आते आते इंसान की जो EQ है, इमोशनल क्वोशंट होती है, वो प्रॉपर मैच्योर होती है, जहां पे आके एक विजडम आ जाती है कि यार मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ लाइफ में. एंड मोस्ट ऑफ अस, आई एम प्रीटी श्योर हियर टुडे इन दिस लैब रिफ्लेक्टिंग बैक कि हम कहाँ पहुंच गए हैं, किस मुकाम पे हैं लाइफ में, पलट के देख रहे हैं कि हम कितना अचीव कर चुके हैं, उस सब का कुछ मतलब रहा कि नहीं रहा, और क्या अब जरूरत है लाइफ को किसी दूसरे अंदाज से देखने की एंड गिव बैक करने की सोसाइटी को. सो फाइंड योर सेल्फ वेयर यू आर एंड लेट्स सी वेयर वी मूव टुवर्ड्स. दिस इज कॉल्ड व्हील ऑफ लाइफ. Guys, I want you to write down what is your priority, what is your wheel of life looks like. Wheel of life is nothing but your full comprehensive life. What makes your life whole? I'm giving you here some examples. What is important for you in life? Health, career, finance, your relationships, your spouse, your family members, your friends, your fun, recreation, me time, or any other physical environment where you want to go and spend your time with, community work or spirituality. People, you can have even your pet name here. So these are only examples. Today, after today, you can actually click a picture. Maybe you will be able to see this later on this video. Make sure you write everything which is very important factor of life in your in this point of time. And now look at these emojis. Ask yourself one thing: how much happy you are today right now from your life on a scale of 1 to 10. 1, you are not at all happy. 10, you are extremely happy, you are joyous. Give yourself a number. Whatever number comes immediately. 5, you are neutral, you are okay. Life has been okay. If it is 9 and 10, you are highly happy, satisfied, and you have done, okay, I'm seeing some numbers here. Guys, type here. If you don't, you're shy enough and you don't want to share your happiness score, keep it to yourself, but have one number. Do not give a second thought and just think, what is your number? Somebody, okay? Now, complete honesty is required here. Now, if you think that you are 5 and below, so life actually sucks, right? And no need to get worried. Today, we'll talk about how you can really work towards making 8, 9, and 10 and more numbers. And if you stay and hang around till the end. Once you finish doing this particular exercise, overall marking, go to all the areas of your life and rank each area on a scale of 1 to 10 and give marks. Career, how much happy you are with your career? 8 or 9 or 1 or 2. Give each area a number. Once you will start, give number to each area, then join the dots. If you see here, and if you see, once you will finish giving the numbers in each area of life, you will see this wheel of life is not aligned. This variation is going to give you bumps in your life journey because these are the areas that are important, but you are not getting happiness in these areas. If you see fun and recreation for this person here is number 2. It means eventually this is going to give the puncture in the happiness of this person's life. In this case, what we need to do, Right now, I have been hearing a lot about, from Asif, Imran sir, even yesterday, students, we were talking with Jamia Millia Islamia students, everybody is thinking career is life and job is the only purpose and there's nothing more in life left. Whereas you will see job is a portion of our life. This is not life. And it's better that the family members, parents, all of us, you and I, we recognize this. The job is a provider for other things. It's not the factor of life. This is one of the factor. It's one pie in the life cake. Give yourself marks, know your lowest scoring numbers. That's your high priority, to do something to bring the numbers up. A fun recreation, once in a week at least do something which you really want to do always. Maybe once in maybe reading book, going to a friend's house, going for a movie, reading book. Do something that pleases you and it's free. Then in this, you can see friends and family, career, finance, everything quite low here. Each area set three targets, three things that you will do to move your happiness towards higher numbers. So once you will do this, you will start, and I'll share with you how to make smart goals, very specific, measurable, achievable, time bound goals in each area with proper budgeting. Okay, and make your moves, take actions in each area. You will see slowly, gradually, within 1 month, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, your happiness scores will keep increasing. Okay, now that's one thing. It's a very big tip here. I hope everyone get this. Towards the end, we will have question answer session. Keep your question parked and I'll be able to answer them happily. Now observe your emotional state of mind. How often you feel these emotions. One side is negative, one side is positive. How do you respond to situations? Do you snap all the time? You have anger issues, and later on, after throwing anger, गुस्सा करने के बाद आपको अफसोस होता है कि यार मैंने क्यों बोल दिया ऐसा. किसी का गुस्सा किसी दूसरे इंसान पे निकाल देना. उसके बाद छोटी सी बात पे बहुत ज्यादा डिस्प्रोपोर्शनेट एक व्यवहार कर देना. अगर ऐसे आपके साथ एपिसोड ज्यादा हो रहे हैं, इसका मतलब ये है कि आप बर्नआउट स्टेज पे पहुंच रहे हैं. इसका मतलब ये है कि देयर आर सर्टेन थिंग्स यू आर सप्रेसिंग इन योर हार्ट. रिग्रेट, hate, sadness, anger, shame, guilt. These negative emotions are occupying in our heart space, mind space. That is the reason where we behave, which is not otherwise is our behavior. If your negative emotions are bothering you and they are persistent for 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, it means you are going through with a stressful turmoil time. And watch yourself, how often you feel love. When was the last time when you were saying, you know what, life is beautiful, thank God, alhamdulillah, I have this life, this health, I have so many things in my life, my friends. How many times you feel empathetic towards people, connected with people and animals? You think that there is a hope in life. How often you have this state of mind? Ask yourself. While I am talking, ask yourself, do I experience these emotions? When was the last time I really felt happy and joyful? Do I allow myself to be happier? Or I'm just engaged in my things to do? These are the hard questions. Ask yourself, please. And that will uh, give you an insight, and then you can benefit from what we are going to talk about. Now, if you see an average person, on an average, we experience 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day. This is based on the neuroscience research on human brain. Average human being conceives and think about 50 to 60,000 thoughts a day, and 95% these thoughts are the copy paste from the past, yesterday and day before. So exactly we repeat our thinking pattern. And surprisingly, 80% of these thoughts are negative thoughts. So imagine the number of thoughts that we think every day. A, it's from the past. Whatever we have been thinking, these are same patterns. And moreover, 80% of them are negative. So what kind of thoughts do you have? What kind of language you use with yourself in your mind? I'm not lucky. I'm not worthy. I always get this from life. Others are luckier. I don't deserve. It's not possible. It's not my cup of tea. I won't get there. There are other better things, in life. This is not all what it means. Happiness is just a buzzword. It's not real. These kind of languages, these are examples. What is your language? What kind of thoughts come always while you are at work? Life sucks, colleague sucks, family member. What is your language? What thoughts you're feeding yourself? Look at those thoughts and see your pattern, how you are spending your time. Now, knowing that old thoughts, if you will keep on thinking the old pattern, those thoughts will give us the same old feeling of sadness, negative emotions, and same emotions will give us same negative experience, and that same negative experience will occupy our subconscious mind with negative emotional memory stock. With this frame of mind, we cannot have a better positive life towards better positive goals. This is impossible. If we have a negative set of mind and thoughts, the future is gonna be a reflection of what we are thinking. So in this moment today, what is your frame of mind? Is it negative or positive? And if it is negative, you're daydreaming. Your life is gonna be a negative outcome. But the good news is this: who thinks here? You know who is a thinker? Guys, you can write here in chat. Who is a thinker in our mind? Who thinks in the background? Who do you think is thinking? It's you, right? My mind, it's my mind. I'm thinking. So what to think you can change, and how to do that, we'll talk about it today. So create a future and keep the positive thoughts. The positive thoughts will give you positive feelings, and that positive feelings will help you to vibrate on a positive note, and how that positive vibration and frequency will attract the positive results. We'll talk about the science behind it and what spirituality has to say, which is now scientifically proven by the quantum mechanics of emotions. We'll talk about that how our positive thinking can bring and attract good fortune for us. And this is not blah blah. This is all proven as per scientific principles. Okay, so why this is not going? Okay, food for thought. Guys, today I'll be giving you little blocks, knowledge blocks. We will have some information and we'll put it together, and then we'll know what to do with this information. Now, what is life? On an average, this is the statistics by life expectancy at birth by region. We have world population average, life average, more advanced regions, Africa, Asia, Latin America, and Caribbean, right? The blue one is here is showing world average. On an average, human being can live up to 74, 75 years of life. Fortunately, unfortunately, I'm sorry, I have seen the average lifespan, people living in Delhi, it's going up to 62 years to 64 years. Indians life average is reaching up to 65 years. I'm not saying those who are here 65 plus, something is going to happen. I'm talking about sheer statistics. So knowing that, okay, fine, we are lucky enough, we can even reach to 80, whatever age we are in right now, we need to just see there will be one day when we are going to say goodbye, and how we are going to reflect back the day, the moment and when our life is going to just leave this body and time and space. So life is nothing but our journey from B to D, which is birth to death, and in between we have choices. Now, at the end, no matter what, we are going to reach to that end, and goal is not going to be then important. We will look back and see how we enjoyed the journey, how we lived our life. So that is going to be more important. Please look beyond this horizon of pandemic and coronavirus. Look outside this scenario and see the life is far more beautiful, and we will get out of this situation healthy, safe, sound. Everything is going to be fine. You have to be just careful and take care of your our immunity by good habits and good positive thinking. So please, this look at from the helicopter point of view, and do not just look into 2020. Life is going to happen beyond 2020 as well. This is a phase and we'll all pass through. So look at your life and reflect back how you feel overall when you reflect back in your life. On this note, I want to share with you this book, The Top 5 Regrets of Dying People. This is an author. She was a nurse. She worked with a terminal patient in an hospital, Australian nurse, Bronnie Ware. She wrote this book with her experience of working with people who were just, she knew that they're all going to die anytime, any day, any week. So she published this book, and there are 5 top regrets I want to share with you. And these regrets could be your regret or my regret if we do not just get, pull up our socks and start really living. So number one, I wish I had the courage to live a life true to myself, not the life others expected of me. Number two, I wish I hadn't worked so hard. I wish I had the courage to express my feelings. I wish I had stayed in touch with my friends. I wish I had let myself be happier. If you see these top regrets, they're not talking about job, career. They're not talking about ambitions, goals. They're talking about very subtle, emotional regrets, where calling a friend, staying in touch with your friends, relatives, allowing yourself to be happier, walking on the beach. Okay, we are in a city where we have the luxury of the beach, but just looking at gazing at the trees, you know the sun, the moon, the stars, allowing ourselves those 5-10 minutes in self reflection and appreciating the beauty. Just be happier in any small which way, spending time appreciating the family members, giving them greeting cards or a flower, giving milk to the a cow or a dog on the street, being kind with people, small little things which can really bring happiness in our lives. Ask yourself, if today is the last day on the earth, are you going to have some regrets? And if those regrets are your top regrets, please start reflecting back and see what you can do about them. This is where, this is called always thinking, having end in mind and reflect back. This is where you can get over this whole pandemic fear and phobia. This is a research study done by, this the specialty of this research by Harvard study, 80 years continuous one research. And the secret of happiness based on this research, it was published in Forbes magazine. The key to happiness is good, positive, strong relationships and taking care of yourself physically, financially, and emotionally. Biggest happy the reason for the happiness. So guys, look what makes you happier. Work with the relationships, not with the only one factor in life. Job is fine, it's important to give us the basic safety. Career is important, but know that relationships are very important. Your health is very important. And let's look at the factors how we can take care of ourselves. And then we can start and making choices which will help us to go in that direction. Now, this research is talking about this 1% population of the world holds the 80% of the wealth. And these are the people based on the research studies. They know the law of attraction. They know how to live their life, and they know how to feel the way our energies and vibrations are able to, attract what we want in life. On the left-hand side here, you will see the happiest nations in the world. And in this, you'll see that on the top, you have Finland and Denmark and Norway. On the right hand side, this study shows suicide rate by country per 100,000 people. On the top, top 5, you have Finland. One of the top countries, you have Finland, Denmark with the highest suicide rate. Having richness and high GDP is no reflection that these people are all happy. The higher suicide rate is a reflection that happiest countries are not the the happiest, having happiest people in living there. So this can break the notion of wealth is not the happiness, and what is the happiness. What Harvard study is showing for 80 years of research, that relationships, health, and well-being is more important. Now, ask yourself, now again, it's a realization today, if you can honestly ask yourself, how do you introduce yourself? Are you very proud of your title? The, oh, I'm doctor, I'm engineer, so and so, I'm PhD holder. You're very proud. It's very good to have that, appreciation, self-love. But is that all we are? Are we not more than that? We often, forget ourselves with mistaken identities. We just get lost with our titles. We get lost with our emotions, like, oh, somebody said I'm a depressed person, so somebody is depressed. He's a buffoon or he's a joker. So we tag people with their behaviors and emotions. We just forget the person behind the degree and award. We say, oh, he's a cricket player, he's a football player, so and so, he's a rugby player, he's a shire, or he's a lecturer or a professor. Who is the man or person behind that title? We just get lost of, if I'm a doctor, I'm not allowed to be funny, so people will not take me seriously. So are we living our titles and degrees and awards? Are we just lost with our achievements? Ask yourself if you resonate with this thing, if you see that is a familiar feeling. Then if we are doing this, somewhere in between, the happy soul is buried alive. So we are not our feelings. If I'm sad, it's fine, it's just a feeling I'm feeling. And I'm more than that. I'm not my mood, I'm angry all the time, fine, it's fine. There are things which are happening in my life, but it's okay, as long as you realize it's just an emotion, and I can learn to change that emotion and be more positive. I can be more happier, I can be more lovable. This is just a realization which is very important to know. We are not our feelings, thoughts, awards, and hobbies. We are more than that. We are the mind behind, the willpower behind that. And let's see how to interact with the willpower. Very quickly, today's science has really shown evidences that initially the Newtonian science, where the scientists said that the whole universe is made of matter and it's an empty space. Today, quantum scientists, quantum physics have proved that space is not empty, and the universe is full of energy. So human being, we are just not matter. We are full of energy. So 95% mind that we have is, which is not right now captured. Only 5% the conscious mind. We have done lots of research. We have reached to Mars and moons and stars. There's 3G, 4G, 5G connection, Wi-Fi, radio, television, satellite. All these connections are there in this environment, whereas human connections are very much there. The connection of the brain. Today, psychologists are considered as the energy behind the human biology, the biochemistry, and this matter, the body, which is called matter, and whatever the calculation is going on inside our body. The whole science structure has accepted mind over matter. And let's see how we can tap into the power of our mind to change our lives. I want to touch upon, I'm a very spiritual person, and I have a tendency to compare the science with the spirituality. I have been studying Quran for last 15 years. I practice Islam, and very curiously, very mysteriously, I don't know how come, correlated what I have studied in line with the gurus, science gurus, also talking the same language. Surah Najm in Quran talks about that man can have nothing but what he strives for. Okay, Surah Najm. Next surah, continuing Surah Najm, says that the fruit of his striving will soon come in sight. So whatever we strive for, our Allah, the God is gonna give us with. We have to be very careful what we strive for. Are we striving for negativity? We'll get it. Are we striving for positive outcomes? We will get it. Be it in Vedic culture, in Hindu religion, in Sanatan Dharma, there is a concept called Aham Brahmasmi. It doesn't mean that I am the God. It means I am the creator of my life, because Soch se srishti banti hai. This is just not the statement. Today we are going to talk about how our thoughts can create and make us the creator of our life based on the actions we take, and the actions are going to cause the reaction in our life. The Bible talks about seek and you will find. So these are the spiritual wisdom traditions which are now scientifically linked, and I'll talk about that, how the scientists have connected this. Uh, I have a question from all of you. If you want to get away with one solution to one of your major problem, have your problem in your mind right now. Okay. I'm going to ask you this question. You can gently close your eyes, and if you have disturbance around, just close your eyes and take a deep breath, and just try and focus when I will finish asking you what comes first in your mind. What seems to be a problem? So what the problem is in your mind? What the problem is? Take a deep breath. What the problem is? Now notice what has come in your mind. Is just one thing or so many things coming up like a shower? Be aware. First thing which has come is your top priority in asking your attention. Okay. Now, I'm going to ask you one thing and please reply. So what the problem is not? What the problem is not? Okay. You have a statement for that? What the problem is not? Okay. So now, when you think what the problem is not, so what is not a problem is a solution. For example, I want to be happy, or let's say for the job seekers, I want to have a job, or I don't have a job. So the problem is I don't have a job, and what the problem is not, that I got a job. So getting a job is a solution. So that is your happiness. So what has to happen for you to have a job? You should start looking for a job. What kind of job? What kind of company? Which place? What salary slab? Okay, what kind of setup you want to get into? Get into detail, more detail. Create a vision, and I'll go there. So all the problems that you have, make a list. What the problems are in your life, and associated, like you have one problem, this is the problem, and this is not a problem. So what is not a problem is a solution. As simple as that. And we'll know a little bit more about that very shortly. Now, knowing that thinking is everything, thinking is the root cause, is a seed for everything which is happening in our life. 95% diseases are psychosomatic, and I'll tell you more about that. What is going on in your mind? You have thoughts, you have assumptions, feelings, lots of desires, wishes, needs, lots of past experience reinforcing your belief system. So this is a vicious cycle. It's keep on going. Like I said, 50, 60,000 thoughts a day, all negative, 80% negative. Everything is going on an autopilot. It's the brain has captured that. No, there's only one thing to interact. One way to interact with your brain is through feelings. Brain knows only two types of feelings. One is love, one is fear. Now, love has lots of shades, fear has lots of shade. Okay, so love and fearful feelings. So we can only communicate with our mind, with the feelings. Brain has also one feature that it always remember everything with pictures. Think about the most important day in your life. For example, maybe your 16th birthday or 18th birthday. You have a picture. First day in your college. First day when you met with your soulmate. your marriage day, first day at work, first day when you sat in the aeroplane, landed in the country where you are in. There are lots of NRIs in the WhatsApp group I have seen. So what are the pictures which are coming? You see the pictures pop up from somewhere and go somewhere. So know one thing, it's very important for brain that we communicate with the brain with the pictures. Past, we have lots of pictures and memories. Future, there's none. Those who do not have future pictures, it's very difficult to brain to understand what you want. As long as we have a picture, it's easier for brain to reach there. So the vision board is very important. And we call it a deja vu, and I'll tell you how to create a deja vu. So know, identify your feelings, love or fear, communicate with your heart with love and fear, so it will give you emotion. And the pictures, create your future with the pictures, positive, happy, jolly, achieve, whatever you want in life. Create a vision board and create a picture and give yourself time and associated emotion, feel it. And I'll tell you how to do the feeling part in order to get there. So this is how the brain perceives and keeps information and understand things. In your mind, in your life, what are your stressors? Be aware about your stressors. At what point you lose your mind? At what point? Names, what people, relationships, circumstances, situations cause stress in your life. Make a list, be aware. Okay, this awareness is required. How do you react? So whenever you have those stressors, this is how you react. Are you happy with your reactions? Yes or no? If you're not happy with your reactions and then you have regrets, it's better to now change it, because you don't want to live your life with regrets. If you're okay with it, hats off. If not, let's see how to undo your reactions and how to develop positive habits. Now, the signs of depression, let me tell you, people, those who have mood swings, who are suddenly, who starts talking too much, or suddenly go and have social withdrawal, नींद नहीं आती है या बहुत ज्यादा नींद आने लगी है, लोगों से मिलके खुशी नहीं होती है, कंप्लीट पर्सनालिटी चेंज हो गई है, बॉडी एक, बॉडी लेथार्जी, बिस्तर से उठने का दिल नहीं चाह रहा है, किसी से बात करने का दिल नहीं चाह रहा है, एंजाइटी, फियरफुल, पैल्पिटेशन, लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट, या बहुत ज्यादा खाना खाने का दिल चाह रहा है. डिफरेंट पर्सनालिटीज डिफरेंट तरीके से रिस्पॉन्सेज देती हैं. अगर इस तरीके के एक्सपीरियंसेस हो रहे हैं, there could be a chance you're going through with a stress. Prolonged stress can convert into depression, and prolonged depression can convert into physical ailment. So like I said, 90 to 95% diseases are psychosomatic, coming from the negative thoughts. Find out if you are having one of these symptoms. All of us, we have stress. It's not that I would not say I don't have stress. So there's a difference between good stress and bad stress. But know that based on the research, 85% stressors or stress, what we fear never happens. This has been proven as per the statistics. Whatever we fear the most, up to 85%, that never happens. It's just a fear. If you see this pandemic thing also, Corona, what is the death rate? Is the news, the media, it's creating so much fear in our minds कि natural flu में लोग ज़्यादा मर जाते होंगे बजाय इसमें. लेकिन I'm not saying it's not a threat. It is a problem which is happening, but the fear is taking toll on the mindset. The moment we know somebody got corona, immune system shuts down. So fear is more dangerous than the actual problem. 15% people believe कि यार इतना भी बुरा नहीं था, मैंने अच्छे से handle कर लिया. तो ज्यादातर हमसे possibilities of what wrong may happen causes the more trauma than the real situation. ठीक है, एक ये फैक्ट है फियर के बारे में. तो डरना बिल्कुल ही आप छोड़ दो, कुछ नहीं होने वाला, ये टाइम भी चला जाएगा, नहीं था पहले और होगा भी नहीं आगे. विल गेट ओवर. इससे भी बुरी बुरी चीजें हुई हैं जिंदगी में लोगों के, और इंशाल्लाह ये सारी चीजों को विल सेल थ्रू इन अ बेटर वे. American Institute of Stress. Now look at the people, those who are at workplace also. What causes the most of stress? Lack of job security is the only 6% cause of stress. Look at that. Workload is the major problem, not the loss of job or lack of job. Workload is a major problem at work. People issue, 28% causes stress, and work and personal life juggling. If you see how I see this statistic and data, personal issues and people issue, it comprises 48%. And workload is another. अगर ये 48% हम ठीक कर लें, वो workload भी मैनेज सही से कर पाएंगे. तो basically यहाँ पे अगर आप देखिए, main causes of stress is what? Our incapability of handling the stress. And let's see how we can handle the stress. Now, सारा का सारा स्ट्रेस बुरा नहीं होता. हमें स्ट्रेस भी चाहिए लाइफ में परफॉर्म करने के लिए, अचीव करने के लिए, सक्सेस के लिए. इट्स ओके. अगर क्रिकेटर्स अगर नहीं फील्ड में पसीना बहाएंगे तो वो अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस नहीं दे पाएंगे. स्टूडेंट्स नहीं अगर स्ट्रेस थोड़ा सा लेके पढ़ेंगे तो अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस नहीं होगा. कुछ स्ट्रेस चाहिए अच्छा परफॉर्म करने के लिए, लेकिन और अगर बिल्कुल भी स्ट्रेस नहीं होगा, लाइफ बिल्कुल बोर, एकदम मोनोटनी, इस तरह की लाइफ हो जाएगी. और फिर थोड़ा सा स्ट्रेस बढ़ता है तो हम अपने कंफर्ट जोन से बाहर निकलते हैं. थोड़ा सा और हुआ, हम अपने आप को स्ट्रेच करते हैं, दे पुल अप योरसेल्फ, देन वी आर देयर इन द फील्ड. वो थोड़ा सा बढ़ाते हैं तो स्ट्रेनियस एक्सरसाइज हो जाती है, और ये एक ऑप्टिमम लेवल है स्ट्रेन तक. लेकिन उससे ज्यादा अगर बढ़ा तो परफॉर्मेंस नीचे चला जाता है. स्ट्रेन के आते आते ऑप्टिमम आप देख रहे हैं, ग्रीन जोन से जैसे ही बढ़ा, स्ट्रेन आया, परफॉर्मेंस नीचे चला गया. और जहां बर्न आउट हुआ, आदमी कोलैप्स, परफॉर्मेंस जीरो. तो इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू फाइंड आउट कहाँ पे आपको ऑप्टिमम स्ट्रेस है और कहाँ स्ट्रेन आ रहा है. द मोमेंट यू हैव स्ट्रेन, आप देख लीजिए आपको नींद कम आना शुरू हो जाएगी, आपके आउटपुट कम हो जाएगा, आपकी इमोशनल इश्यूज आ जाएंगे. Ask yourself where you are right now. Are you stretching yourself? You're straining yourself, or you are on the burnout. Burnout, I told you already. एंगर स्पैट ज्यादा हो रहे हैं, ऐसा बिहेवियर कर रहे हैं जिसकी वजह से अफसोस ज्यादा हो रहा है लाइफ में. अपने बिहेवियर से बाद में मलाल हो जाता है कि यार मैंने ऐसा क्यों कर दिया, मुझे करना नहीं चाहिए था. तो अगर ऐसे अफसोस के साथ जी रहे हैं, इसका मतलब बर्नआउट की सिचुएशन आ चुकी है, और आपको कूल डाउन करने का हाई टाइम, हाई प्रायोरिटी पे रखना चाहिए. अब इनर प्रोग्रामिंग को जानने के लिए, अभी हार्डवेयर है बॉडी, सॉफ्टवेयर चेंज नहीं कर सकते जब तक पता नहीं चलेगा कि हमें बदलना क्या है, ये काम कैसे करेगा, व्हाट इज अवर प्रोग्राम, ये बॉडी के अंदर चल क्या रहा है. पहले तो आप अपने आप से पूछिए कि आप ये बॉडी है, वॉट एवर योर हाइट इज. बॉडी में हमारा 65 to 70% वाटर, हड्डियां, मांस के, ये हम पूरे एक जीते जागते, हमारे अंदर हजारों, मिलियंस एंड ट्रिलियंस ऑफ सेल्स हैं. हम ये अच्छी सी स्किन लगा के ऊपर वाले ने भेज दिया है, लेकिन एक माइक्रो ऑर्गेनिजम्स हमारे अंदर है. तो आप ये जानिए कि हम ये दिमाग है, ये बॉडी है, या माइंड है, और एनर्जी है. Let's look at the composition so that we can interact. We have been talking about the key to the success, and the key to the happiness is the thought. Thought is coming from the mind. The mind is 95% subconscious mind, and 5% is conscious mind, 5 to 10. Now the capacity, the data processing capacity of the conscious mind, everything that you know has a short-term memory, logical thinkings, all number games on the, going on, and every information is stored there. It is able to process 2000 bits of data per second, whereas subconscious mind is 400 billion bits of data per second, and it's on autopilot. It records everything. It's million times more powerful than the conscious mind. It's not logical. Subconscious is not logical. It feels, it only feels and communicates with us with the dreams. Negative thoughts, we have lots of negative dreams. Positive thoughts, we have positive, happy dreams. And our subconscious mind talks to us with the feelings and with the dreams. And how to communicate so that we can reprogram, because our behavior, imagine it's coming from the belief system, the society we are born in, family, parents, education, religious belief, political beliefs, laws, long-term memory, imagination, intuition, lots of intuition. How do we look at things? How do we perceive things the way we do? रशिया में लोग भगवान में यकीन नहीं करते हैं. They say there's no God, but it doesn't mean that they're right. But this is their belief system, right? The world population is Christian. Then second most, followed religion is Islam. Then we have Hindus. So everybody has their belief system, and this belief system, predominates our behavior and the way we respond. So how to communicate with our belief system? How do we change our beliefs? Our belief is negative. How to change that? Now let's see how we look at things and perceive. We can only communicate with the feelings, the five senses: touch, smell, ear, and we see things, taste. These are the way we sense the world. We look at the things, we perceive, we look at the information. We delete some information which is not important to us. We store the information which we think is interesting, and we want to get back to that information. And we generalize. So the information gets stored. Okay. The moment we look at things, we perceive, we react, and our body changes. Now, let me just tell you how our behavior is driven. Think about the last time when you were really feeling in love and passionate. How was your body composition? How do you feel when you think that, oh, this is a very lovely feeling? Now, very quickly, think about you are very angry, upset. Try to be angry right now. Very angry, upset. When you are very angry, last time when you were angry, what did you do? What was your body language? Can you be angry that much right now? Just feel how it feels like being angry. Notice when the anger comes, how the body responds. Some people get heart attack when they're angry. Okay. Now, when was the last time when you were shy, very shy? You were not able to talk. You were very shy. Last time when you were dancing. How do people dance? They can't stand and dance, right? You have to stand and make movement. So our body corresponds with our emotions and how we look at things. So know that there is a connect with the thoughts, feelings, and the body language. If somebody asked me in the chat that I have anger issues or how to control the anger. Now try this. Whenever you are angry, go close the door, go in your bathroom, go in a room, look yourself in the mirror and smile. Try it right now. Like I said, last time when you were angry, what was your facial expression? How you were angry? Frown on the face, red eyes, or shivering, or jittering, or दांत चबा रहे थे, या जो भी body language थी आपकी, उसमें try to be angry right now and smile. Can you smile and be angry? No, nobody can be angry and smile. So the trick is this: if you are angry, smile. Go somewhere and just try. You are very angry. So give yourself a count of 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, smile. Can you all smile right now? Can you smile? This smile? Okay, you can probably try laughter, ha ha ha. And even though if you are really sad and hurt, somebody has really offended you and you are crying and you are really in despair and you don't know what to do, बिल्कुल हताश, निराश, परेशान, आप जाइए और आप स्माइल करिए शीशे में देख के. You will see the body का biochemical composition एकदम से change हो जाता है. क्योंकि brain is conditioned, क्योंकि हंसते में आपको वो feel ही करना है. और जिस वक्त आपकी बॉडी एक एंगर मोमेंट में है या सैड और नेगेटिव गिल्ट शेम के बायो कंपोजिशन में है, उस वक्त आप बॉडी को कंफ्यूज कर रहे हैं स्माइल करके, और सडनली आपका मूड स्विंग हो जाएगा और आपकी जो बॉडी की बायोकेमिकल कंपोजिशन है वो चेंज हो जाएगी. आप ट्राई कर सकते हैं एंड दिस इज नॉट गोइंग टू फेल यू. द ओनली थिंग यू हैव टू गिव योरसेल्फ अ विंडो ऑफ 5 seconds. NASA में वो काउंटडाउन दिखा देना 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Close your eyes, have that countdown, and then smile. And smile should be अगर रो रहे हैं, धू धू करके कोई रो रहा है और झगड़ा हो गया है मियाँ बीवी में, या तो मियाँ रो रहा है या बीवी रो रही है, ट्राई दिस ट्रिक। 5 सेकंड से ज्यादा अगर रुक गए तो झगड़ा हो जाएगा। दिस इज ऑल्सो साइंटिफिकली प्रूवन, साइकोलॉजिकली प्रूवन। 5 सेकंड का अब विंडो पीरियड लीजिए, 5 4 3 2 1 स्माइल, भाग जाइए वहां से, सिचुएशन से विड्रॉ कर दीजिए। दिस इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू बिग टाइम। जॉब इंटरव्यूज पे जा रहे हैं, एग्जाम्स में एंजाइटी हो रही है, एनी डिफिकल्ट सिचुएशन दैट यू आर इन, 5 4 3 2 1 स्माइल। नहीं कर सकते तो स्टार्ट डांसिंग। लास्ट टाइम कब डांस किया था आपने? आप, मैं आपको शर्त लगा के कह सकती हूँ, आप जिस वक्त भी गुस्सा हो, जिस वक्त भी आप सैड हो, अपसेट हो, बिल्कुल ही दिमाग आपका खराब हो चुका है, उस वक्त आप डांस करने की कोशिश करिए, वो सब का सब उड़ जाएगा, क्योंकि बॉडी को पता है, अरे यार ये तो डांस हो रहा है, मैं कैसे गुस्सा हूँ। दिस इज द टेक्निक दैट लाइफ कोचेस, न्यूरो लिंग्विस्टिक प्रोग्राम बेस्ड कोचेस, we offer people. Do this and it can't fail you. Teach this to your children, teach this to your parents, and just try and absorb and get hang of it. Trust me, this is not going to fail you. Okay, this is what we were talking about: thoughts, feelings, emotions. Now we are talking about the physiology, the feelings, and how the feelings give you the vibrations. जब एग्जाम्स में आपको याद हो अगर, तो पेट में बटरफ्लाईज, वॉमिटिंग कर देते हैं कुछ लोग, इतनी ज्यादा घबराहट होती है, या बहुत ज्यादा एलिवेटेड है, जिस वक्त आपको अवार्ड मिला है, आपको ऐसा मोमेंट कि आप बस कह रहे हैं यू आर ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, एक आपके पास एक बायोमैग्नेटिक फील्ड है जो आपकी ऑराज में आ जाती है। वो जो वाइब्रेशंस हैं, जो फ्रीक्वेंसीज हैं, वो हमारी एनवायरनमेंट में तो होती हैं, हमारी बॉडी में इंटरनली जाके पॉजिटिव एंड नेगेटिव इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज पैदा करती हैं। एंड दिस इज आल्सो कॉल्ड placebo and nocebo. There are doctors here. I know there were a couple of doctors in our group, and I'm not sure how many doctors are here today. You are all aware about placebo effect, कि किसी को शुगर टेबलेट देके ये बता दिया गया कि ये दवा है और वो इंसान ठीक हो जाए, उसको प्लेसिबो इफेक्ट कहते हैं। और नोसीबो इफेक्ट वो होता है जिसको कह दिया जाए कि भाई तू ठीक नहीं हो सकता, और वो बंदा अपने टाइम से पहले खत्म हो सकता है। इसको नोसीबो इफेक्ट कहते हैं। हमें अपने माइंड को, अगर हमने ये ठान लिया कि यार मेरा कुछ नहीं हो सकता, तो सही में कुछ नहीं हो सकता। लेकिन अगर आपने ठान लिया कि नहीं, आई एम हील्ड, आई एम सेफ, आई एम हैप्पी, वो हमारी बॉडी जो हमसे लैंग्वेज में जिसमें बात करेगी, वही उसको रियल मानने लगती है, बिकॉज सबकॉन्शियस डू नॉट नो द डिफरेंस बिटवीन रियल एंड नॉट रियल। इसलिए हम सपनों में रोने लगते हैं। पीपल हैव स्लीप वॉक इन द ड्रीम्स। पिक्चरों को देख के हम रोने लगते हैं, और पिक्चरों को देख के, भूत की पिक्चर में देख के चैलेंज लगा देते हैं कि कोई चैलेंज दे रहे हैं, अगर इस हॉरर फिल्म को कोई देखेगा तो अवार्ड मिल जाएगा। नोइंग कि दिस इज अ मूवी, पीपल स्टिल फील emotionally charged. So subconscious brain doesn't know the difference between the reality and fiction. जो भी हम फीलिंग्स फीड करेंगे उसको वही रियल लगेगा। लाइक आई सेड, आप करके देखिए, जिस वक्त आप नेगेटिवली चार्ज हो, एक पॉजिटिव बॉडी लैंग्वेज ले आइए, आपका इमोशन बिल्कुल वो जो नेगेटिव है भाग जाएगा। तो इसके बारे में अभी हम थोड़ी सी और बात करेंगे आगे। Now know this negative and positive biochemical reaction in the body, how that works at a cellular level. Very quickly, I'll talk about the cells. There are 50 trillion cells in human body. जो सेल है हमारी बॉडी में, उसमें billions of neurons होते हैं, और ये जो आप ये thread like thing देख रहे हैं, these are the receptors. There are billions of receptors here. Every negative thought that we have in our mind, we say, I can't do this. So this thread is going to be diffused over a period of time. From the DNA, it will go that, yes, I know that I cannot do it. So every negative thought is going to diffuse the receptors, telling the body you can't do it. So whenever we talk to our body, it receives the message, keep in the code, and tells yes, it's not going to be there. If we say positive, the neurotransmitter pathways in the brain will open up, and our body starts telling us, yes, I can do it, and I will do it. Now, the specialty of these, now very important for those who want to really know how to deal with the stress. This is the key and the most important slide. If you get away with this today, I'm successful and I'm happy. Now, The cells are the key. Basically, this is us, human being is nothing but a lump of these 50 trillion cells. These cells do only one thing at a time, and they have two jobs to do in the body. Either they can grow or they can defend us. In the constant state of stress, the brain secretes the chemical reaction, the negative hormones, cortisol is released. इन सेल्स साहब को लगता है कि भाई कुछ अटैक आ गया है बॉडी के अंदर, हमें डिफेंड करना है. जब वो डिफेंस में खड़े हुए हैं तो वो ग्रो नहीं कर सकते. और एवरेज जो लाइफ होती है सेल्स की 3, 5 और 7 दिन से ज्यादा नहीं होती. पूरे के पूरे सेल खत्म हो जाते हैं 3 दिन के अंदर अंदर, बिलियंस ऑफ सेल्स. और फिर वो बनते रहते हैं. मरने से पहले वो मल्टीप्लाई हो जाते हैं और फिर और सेल्स बनते रहते हैं. व्हेन वी आर इन कांस्टेंट स्ट्रेस ओवर ए पीरियड ऑफ टाइम, हमें डेफिसिट हो जाता है. सिंपल मैथ्स है. जब वो ग्रो नहीं कर रहे, हमेशा डिफेंस में ही खड़े हुए हैं. सोचिए हमारे पीछे शेर भाग रहा है और हमें चाहिए वो स्ट्रेस भागने के लिए. अगर कॉर्टिसोल उस वक्त और ये जो एड्रेनल ग्लैंड हमारा नहीं एक्टिवेट होगा, वो शेर पकड़ के खा जाएगा. हम तो खड़े भाई, अब कुछ हो ही नहीं सकता क्योंकि एड्रेनल रश और हमें थ्रेट फियर नहीं फील हो रहा, शेर खा जाएगा. लेकिन वो एड्रेनल ग्लैंड्स हमें एक्टिवेट करते हैं टू डिफेंड अवरसेल्व्स एंड रन फॉर लाइफ. लेकिन सोचिए हम वो शेर पूरे दिन भाग रहा है, एंड में पकड़ लेगा और हम खत्म हो जाएंगे क्योंकि हमारा सिस्टम इतना स्ट्रेन नहीं ले सकता. तो ये सेल्स जो बिना मल्टीप्लाई करे खत्म हो जाते हैं, डेफिसिट होने के बाद इम्यून सिस्टम वीक हो जाता है. एंड इम्यून सिस्टम जब वीक हो जाता है, धीरे 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 ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम वो बिलियंस से ट्रिलियंस कम हो जाते हैं. और उसके बाद हमारा जो ऑटो इम्यून डिजीजेस हमारी बॉडी में आना शुरू हो जाती है. एलर्जीज आएंगी, हेडेक, माइग्रेन, पेन, स्पैज्म, cancers, heart attack, blood pressure, thyroid problems. So many, like I said before, 95% diseases are psychosomatic. This is what happens inside our body. अब जनाब इसको ठीक कैसे करा जाए, इस सेल को कैसे बताया जाए जिसको स्ट्रेस की वजह से ये लग रहा है कि बॉडी पे अटैक होने वाला है, क्योंकि बॉडी में केमिकल है, हमारे हार्मोन्स है, कॉर्टिसोल है, उसको पता है कि अटैक है. अब हमें बोलना पड़ेगा इस सेल को, कूल, चिल मारो, ऐसा कोई स्ट्रेस नहीं है, रिलैक्स करो. अब हम कैसे बोलेंगे, वो तो हमारी लैंग्वेज समझते नहीं है, फीलिंग्स की लैंग्वेज समझते हैं. बॉडी फील कैसे करेगी जब स्ट्रेस्ड है? तो हमें डिस्कनेक्ट करना पड़ेगा नेगेटिव इमोशन से. डिस्कनेक्ट कैसे करेंगे जब हम इंगेज हैं, 50,000 थॉट्स हैं हमारे पास, 95% जो थॉट्स हैं, 80% नेगेटिव है और कल वाली हैं. कैसे ही सेल बेचारे को बताएं कि यार ऑल इज वेल, एवरीथिंग इज ओके. वी हैव टू टेल द ब्रेन, look, it's okay, easy. And I'll tell you today, I'll give you 2 minutes breathing exercise, how to fool the cell to tell that everything is fine. And it's easy, it's very easy. पते की बात यह है कि दिमाग को बुद्धू बनाना is very easy, and I'll tell you how. I hope this is clear, and I will be very happy if you have questions around this. If you get this right, we are sorted. Know that each cell has an electric current of 0.7 volt. Knowing there are over 50 trillion cells in our human body, multiply with this, it's gonna be a hell lot of electric current in our body that can really explode the universe. It's just that we are not using that electric charge in the body, and once we learn this, our body can heal our own selves. And there are techniques to channelize that internal electric current to heal the cellular DNA and the body within. And knowing that stress causes the hormonal disbalance, our feelings change the mixture of the peptide cells that we have inside of us and body and our brain, and they are literally changing the chemistry, like I said before. This is the cortisol that affects the kidney, the pancreas, the bones. The whole body is affected with the negative hormones. Muscles get spasms, pancreas get inflated, colon problems, intestine problem, क्योंकि हमारा जो stomach है, जो पेट है, that is the feeling part. पूरी problems gut में होती है. The moment we feel any emotion, सबसे ज्यादा इफेक्ट पेट में होता है. तो सारी की सारी डिजीज कहते हैं पेट से शुरू होती हैं, क्योंकि फीलिंग्स पेट में जाके सबसे ज्यादा महसूस होती हैं और हार्ट पे. गुस्सा आता है, आप देखिए हार्ट की पैल्पिटेशन ज्यादा बढ़ जाती है, पेट में हेमोरॉइड्स होना शुरू हो जाते हैं, अल्सर्स हो जाते हैं पेट में। तो ये सारे के सारे इमोशनल रिएक्शन सबसे पहले पेट में आते हैं, ब्रेन में आते हैं, हार्ट में। हेडेक, माइग्रेन, ऑल दिस इज अ रिजल्ट ऑफ नेगेटिव हार्मोन्स। Knowing this, that there are negative hormones that can bring harm to our body, how to have happy hormones? What are the happy hormones? Serotonin, oxytocin, dopamine, endorphins, these are the melatonin, these are the happy hormones. And you know what good news is? They're all free. We can really activate all these hormones with simple activities. How? Sleep well, have a self-esteem, appreciate yourself. The key for happiness is self-appreciation. Nobody will love us if we can't love ourselves. जब हम अपने आप को खुद ही प्यार के लायक नहीं समझ रहे, कोई हमसे किस तरीके से सहानुभूति या प्यार कर सकता है? So we have to be proud of ourselves, love ourselves, self-esteem generate करना, appreciate करना अपने efforts को कि यार बहुत अच्छा करा है मैंने, जो भी मैंने सीखा, जितना भी मैंने सीखा, जितनी भी skills मुझे दी गई, मुझे पढ़ाया गया, मैंने बहुत अच्छा करा अपनी लाइफ में। झूठे में अगर लगता है बोलते रहिए, दिमाग तो बुद्धू है, समझ जाता है, बहुत जल्दी समझ जाएगा कि अरे नहीं यार ये तो सही कह रहा है। आप ना माने तो एक लेटर लिखिए, राइट अ लव लेटर टू योरसेल्फ। आसिफ, आप लिखिए अपने आप को, आपने जो कुछ लाइफ में किया है। इमरान सर, ट्राई दिस। अपने फैमिली मेंबर सबसे बैठ के कंपटीशन लगाइए, यार आज आप अपने अपने को लव लेटर लिखना है। आप देखिएगा वो जब आप लिखना शुरू करेंगे, हो सकता है कि कोई रो के बिखर जाए, क्योंकि यार हम लोग अपने आप ही को नहीं अप्रिशिएट करते, अब चाहते हैं कि दुनिया हमें सर्टिफिकेट दे। स्टार्ट विद लव लेटर टू योरसेल्फ, टेल योरसेल्फ हाउ courageous you are and special you are. Trust yourself. Go and take time off. Go to massage center, parlors. There are men parlors also now. You go and go for a walk, go to the gym, yoga, exercise, have a nice sleep, avoid telephone. One of the biggest cause of all the problems right now is a social media. In, I think almost 9 years ago, I was in a conference, not nine, over 10 years, in France Women Conference, and we were talking about the possible threat of social media and the internet impact in the families. और जिसमें हमारे बच्चे, हमारे परिवार वाले सब exposed हैं, और जितना ये mental havoc मचा के रखा है, especially सोने से 2-3 घंटे पहले, it's disastrous to use the phone and internet before we go to bed. Avoid it. The sleep gets distracted. फ्री की चीजें हैं, हैप्पी हार्मोन्स बढ़ाइए, सो के, दौड़ के, अपने साथ टाइम बिता के वो चीजें करिए जो आपको करना पसंद है। तो ये सारी चीजों में एंगेज होंगे, स्पेंड टाइम विद योर लव्ड वंस, all these chemical hormones you will feel that they will start secreting in the body. Knowing that the mind over body, we are also vibrating beings. There's a pulsating electric current which is coming out of our body. There are now gadgets that can find out our aura range. Aura is nothing but a biomagnetic field that we surround with ourselves with. Interestingly, how many of you know that there are machines that can capture our biomagnetic field from 6 to 8 meters, and वो पिक्चर लेके उसमें कैमरा में वो आ सकता है कि हमारी कितनी स्ट्रॉन्ग है और कितनी वीक बायोमैग्नेटिक फील्ड है। एक है स्ट्रेस बायो फीडबैक, जिसको मैं पर्सनली भी यूज कर चुकी हूँ स्ट्रेस स्क्रीनिंग टूल के तौर पे अपने कंपनी में, एंड पर्सनली एक्चुअली आई एम गोइंग टू आल्सो इन्वेस्ट इनटू दैट. You can find out that how weak or strong your biomagnetic field. छोटा सा एग्जांपल ये है, कुछ आप जब हम कुछ लोगों से मिलते हैं, एकदम से क्लिक करते हैं, कुछ लोगों से मिलके नेगेटिव एनर्जी वाइब्स आती है, हम बचते हैं. So these are the vibrations that we are dealing with, कि किसके साथ हम जेल हो रहे हैं, किसके साथ हम नहीं हो रहे हैं, क्योंकि जैसा हम दूसरे के लिए सोच रहे हैं वो भी वैसा ही सोच रहा होता है, और वो टेक्निकली हो रहा होता है इलेक्ट्रिक चार्ज इनसाइड ऑफ अस, और उनके साथ हम मैच करते हैं और नहीं मैच करते हैं. ये जो आप देख रहे हैं गैजेट ऑन द बैंड, दिस इज कॉल्ड EEG बैंड, जिससे मेंटल एक्टिविटी रिकॉर्ड होती है, जिससे हम ट्रैक कर सकते हैं कि हमारा माइंड ओवरवर्क्ड है या at peace hai. This also helps in meditation and mindfulness. If you see, this is Nicole Tesla, and uh, he said, if you want to find the secret of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. All of us, we have high frequencies, high vibrations, and which is interacting. And I'll tell you the research which is done in this. The boy, he's sitting with a helmet. It's called MEG, and this MEG is not even touching, the electrodes are not touching the head. Thoughts, these are now machines which can also capture the thoughts which are outside the brain, and that machine can read what is going on in the brain. So we are not just matter, the body, and the biochemical, we are also bioelectric, magnetic field owners with the energy, high energy. I'll talk about this one. Now, this is about how you and I, we are all connected. Now, scientifically, it's been proven with lots of research based on quantum mechanics, quantum physics principles. वासुदेव कुटुम्बकम आपने सुना होगा, ठीक है? वो कैसे आज क्वांटम फिजिक्स के हिसाब से प्रूव हो चुका है. आपको पता है एनवायरनमेंट में रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसीज हैं, टेलीविजन फ्रीक्वेंसीज हैं, 3G 4G सैटेलाइट नेटवर्क, सब के सब एनवायरनमेंट में है. इनकी सबकी रेंजेस है. दुबई का नेटवर्क इंडिया में नहीं आता है, इंडिया का नेटवर्क यहाँ पे नहीं आ रहा है. इन सर्विस प्रोवाइडर के लिमिटेशंस हैं. और ये सारी की सारी फ्रीक्वेंसीज किसने इजाद की हैं, आपको पता है? किसने करी है? आप लिख सकते हैं यहाँ पे. किसने इजाद करी है रेडियो फ्रीक्वेंसीज, टेलीविजन, वर्ल्ड वाइड वेब, इंटरनेट, सैटेलाइट? इंसान ने, राइट? बाय यूजिंग व्हाट? 5% ब्रेन, कॉन्शियस ब्रेन, जो 95% अभी इस्तेमाल ही नहीं हुआ है. अगर उसको यूज करा जाए, आज हम यहाँ बैठ के चांद पे बात कर सकते हैं. वी कैन टॉक ऑन द मैन ऑन द मून. Divine matrix is a unified field. The universe is having 8 dimensions. Science ने अभी तक 4 dimensions तो को टैप कर चुके हैं. Now आप जाने कि एक जो डॉग है, जो कुत्ते की कैपेसिटी है, that can smell human being from hundreds of miles away. साइंस आज की डेट में सिर्फ और सिर्फ 6 to 8 मीटर्स तक हमारी एनर्जी कैप्चर कर सकती है. डॉग्स के पास इतनी कैफियत है कि वो 100 किलोमीटर दूर जाके भी अपने ओनर के पास पहुंच सकता है. तो ह्यूमन फ्रेगनेंस जो है इतनी स्ट्रांग है कि वो एक एनिमल सूंघ सकता है इतनी दूर से, जो भी इंसान के पास ऐसी मशीनें हम लोगों के पास नहीं आई हैं जो वो कैप्चर कर सके. लेकिन इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ नोएटिक साइंस, इन्होंने एक एक्सपेरिमेंट करा था यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ प्रिंसटन में, and this experiment has proven over and again, time and over and again, you can go and get more information how the whole universe and human beings are connected. This is where the spiritual wisdom, Quran, Gita, all these things are coming into place कि कैसे हम लोग connected हैं. इन्होंने जो experiment किया ये था, different countries में, disturbed countries में, जहाँ पे war ज़्यादा था, crime rate ज़्यादा था, 80 लोगों को locate किया to pray in a specific format with the feelings. और फिर उन लोगों ने वहां की जो नेचर में, एनवायरनमेंट, एयर क्वालिटी में वाइब्रेशंस एंड एनर्जी को कैप्चर किया. The resonance of the vibrations and the energies of those countries, became very high. And Nassim Harmein is the founder of Resonance Academy Retreat. He has also done immense work in the field of quantum energy and unified field, how human being, you and I, we are all connected at emotional level. Based on this principle, आप ये जानते होंगे कि कई बार लगता है हम किसी के बारे में सोच रहे हैं और वो इंसान के बारे में सोच रहे होते हैं, फोन आ गया, कहते हैं अरे तुम्हारे बारे में सोच रहे थे. So our subconscious mind, which is so much powerful than the this 3G network or 5G network, कि हम किसी के बारे में अच्छे ख्यालात से सोचें, उस इंसान तक वो हमारी थॉट एंड वाइब्रेशन फ्रीक्वेंसीज पहुंचती हैं. उसी तरह अगर हम नेगेटिव सोचते हैं तो वो नेगेटिव भी उसी लेवल पे, वो भी अगला हमारे बारे में नेगेटिव ही सोच रहा होता है. It's very important to think positive so that everyone around us think positive about ourselves, so it helps in our journey and make it more soother and smoother. So ये बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी था बताने के लिए कि सिर्फ हम अपना भला करके नहीं खुश रह सकते. आज मेरा पर्पस, आज मैं अपना वीकेंड पिछले हफ्ते से तैयार करी थी आज की वर्कशॉप के लिए, जब मैंने रियलाइज करा है कि सिर्फ मैं खुश हूँ, मेरा घर खुश है, तो दुनिया खुश नहीं रह सकती। हमें एक दूसरे के लिए कुछ करना पड़ेगा। जो खुशियाँ हमें मिली है, हमें कोशिश करनी चाहिए हम सबके साथ बाँटें, तभी वो खुशी कंपाउंड होगी। एक खुशी नेबरहुड, खुश लोग ही एक अच्छी बेहतर सोसाइटी बना सकते हैं। ये सोच अगर हम सब लोग रखने लगे, तो लाइफ ना सिर्फ हमारे लिए खुश होगी और बेहतर होगी, वो सबके लिए होगी। And now this has been proven as per the scientific research. And this is one of the major correlation that I have established why the religion, temples, mosque, क्यों एक साथ प्रेयर करने का तरीका आया है, क्यों 5 वक्त की नमाज मस्जिद में जाके पढ़ रहे हैं, ताकि वहाँ की रेजोनेंस एंड एनर्जी एंड वाइब्रेशंस हाई हो, ताकि वहाँ की जो जो नॉर्मल लोकल लोग हैं और दुनिया के लोग हैं, वहाँ पे पीस रह सके. This is a very big research showing the concept of religion and the impact of the religious practices on the environment and in our lives. This is something, again, a copy of the human cell. On the left hand side is the brain cell, neuro network, neuro pathway, and right hand side is a photo released by NASA, is the universe photo, how they are similar to each other. Knowing what is there in the universe, God has given us here in the brain. So we can create our universe by changing the thinking and the thoughts. So how to do this? Very quickly, I want to share some of the tips, and these tips are, all of us are aware, but we don't do enough to take, step towards and step forward. क्यों हम नहीं कर पाते जो हम करना चाहते हैं? हमारे पास बहुत प्यारे बहाने होते हैं, डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म, हमारे saboteurs हैं, हमारे excuses हैं, that stop us to go forward and live the life of our dreams. क्यों हम comfortable हो चुके हैं शिकायतों में, हम एक mediocre जिंदगी जीने के आदी हो चुके हैं, बस ऐसा ही होता है, ऐसा ही होता आया है और ऐसा ही होगा. ठीक है, हमने जो टॉर्चर सहा वही टॉर्चर हम अपने बच्चों को भी देंगे, हमें प्रेशर्स मिले हैं, हम अपने बच्चों को भी वही प्रेशर्स देंगे. यही तो नॉर्मल है, वरना हम अच्छे पेरेंट्स नहीं होंगे. यही नॉर्मल है कि हमें ऐसे ही जीना है. लाइफ तो स्ट्रगल है ही. इस तरीके की जो माइंडसेट हमने बना के रखा है, वो हमारी डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म है, क्योंकि हमें हमारे ब्रेन को और कोई दूसरा तरीका पता ही नहीं है, क्योंकि माइंड ने उस आगे तक सोचा ही नहीं है कि यस, वी कैन हैव अ होलिस्टिक लाइफ, हैप्पियर लाइफ, हेल्दी लाइफ, लाइफ कैन बी अ ब्यूटीफुल एंड कंप्लीट लाइफ. वो हमारे आइडिया में ही नहीं है. जो हमारे आइडिया में ही नहीं है और जिसकी पिक्चर ही हम क्रिएट नहीं कर सकते, उसको हम अचीव कैसे कर सकते हैं? तो जिस चीज को सोच ही नहीं पा रहे, हम उसको पा कैसे सकते हैं? दिस इज द हैंडीकैप ऑफ अवर थिंकिंग, एंड दिस इज हाउ वी हैव बीन ब्रॉट अप. अपने एक्सक्यूजेस ढूंढिए, और जैसे ही एक बहाना आप लगाते हो, एक बहाना दिमाग में आए, 3 पॉजिटिव आप बहाने ये सोचिए, रीजंस. नहीं, मुझे चेंज करना है बिकॉज ऑफ ABCD. अगर आपके पास रीजंस नहीं है फॉर योर बेटर फ्यूचर, देन यू आर वेस्टिंग योर टाइम. And if you are happy with whatever life you are living. Now, how to reprogram our mind? One thing is very easy, free of cost for everybody on earth: mindfulness. If we can learn mindfulness, we can reprogram our mind very easily. Second option, clinical hypnosis, because it's very difficult to communicate with the mind. With conscious mind, we can learn self-hypnosis. We can do it on YouTube. You can go and find out self-hypnosis for health, self-hypnosis for abundance, self-hypnosis for happiness. So you can just tune in and have one session every day for 3 months, and you will see major differences. 3 months important. Minimum 21 days, optimum 3 months. Then there are some psychological, lots of psychologists use body talk, EMDR, EFT. These are in itself require one workshop for each topic. Psychic K, it means that you're talking, positively with the body and just showing where the resistance are. These are some of the tools. I will right now today teach you only one, which is the most important technique, which is mindfulness, living in the moment. If you guys are suffering from overthinking, if you are constantly having negative thoughts, and all of us are, like I said, statistics says 50% thoughts, 50,000 thoughts, 80% negative. how to stop this monkey mind from thinking. There's only one thing here I will teach you today. It's called belly breathing. You can also go on YouTube and look for the video and just do it there. But it's very important to know belly breathing is the activity which can help you to stop thinking instantly. In 2 minutes, you will know that, oh boy, you cannot think anything else except what you're doing. You're completely engaged. So आप देखेंगे नमाज में भी कई लोग पूरी दुनिया जहान की बातें आ जाती हैं और भूल भी जाते हैं कि अभी सुजूद में जाना है कि रुकू में जाना है. तो प्लीज बेली ब्रीदिंग प्रैक्टिस, बेली ब्रीदिंग आप आज से शुरू करें. एंड इसका तरीका है, और वो क्या है, आप नाक से इनहेल करना है. यू हैव टू इनहेल थ्रू योर नोज slowly deeply. While inhaling, your stomach should rise. Okay, so step 1, inhale through your nose, 3 counts, 1 2 3. Inhale. While inhaling, stomach will rise. So जो सांस आप लेंगे गहरी, वो पेट में जाएगी और वो पेट को आपको फुलाना है धीरे धीरे. ये एक स्टेप है. फिर 6 सेकंड, 6 काउंट्स तक पेट में वो जो हवा आपने ऑक्सीजन लिया है, होल्ड इट फॉर 6 seconds. Inhale 3, hold 6 seconds, exhale 9 seconds. While exhaling, stomach should contract inwards to an extent, slowly, gradually, that you try and touch your stomach to your backbone. This process should be slow. So counting should go like this. Just try and do this right now. I will say inhale, I'll do the counting, and you start breathing. Not like this. You will breathe slowly, deeply, and stomach should rise. Okay, start. Inhale. 1 2 3. Hold. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Exhale. While exhaling, through your nose, out, stomach should squeeze. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Now again, I will just try and do this exercise with you. So you can keep one hand on your chest and one hand on your stomach, and your backbone should be straight. Try and not do this with the full stomach, a full, after food or, dinner, because you need air in the stomach. If you have food, you'll not be able to, blow your stomach with the air. So inhaling through your nose, 3 counts. Start inhaling. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Exhale, stomach contract. So when you are exhaling, stomach should contract, go inwards. Inhale 3, hold 6, exhale 9. This is the technique. Your mind will slowly learn how to stop thinking. The second part that I want to teach you today, and I will just close the presentation because I hope I'm not exceeding the time. Please remind me. Affirmations. This is the factor, and this is the key of law of attraction. If you want to get anything in your life, create a vision of that picture, of your dream, whatever dream you have. Choose a thought and frame a sentence. It has to be a sentence. एक वाक्य बनाना है, एक sentence बनाना है in present tense, as if it's already done. It has happened already. Okay, and generate a feeling. कहते हैं ना, दुआ ऐसे मांगिए जैसे कबूल हो गई. वो जज्बा यहाँ पे होना जरूरी है. तो choose a thought, make a sentence. आप अपनी wish को पूरा लिखिए. I want to be happy. Don't say I want to be happy. Say I am happy. Present tense. And feel what is happiness looks like. आप क्या चाहते हैं? जॉब है तो जॉब सोचिए कैसी चाहिए, कहाँ चाहिए, कितने पैसे होने चाहिए, सैलरी क्या होनी चाहिए. आप कार में जा रहे हैं, ऑफिस कैसा होना चाहिए, कपड़े क्या पहने हुए हैं, आपका जो ऑफर लेटर है उसमें कितनी सैलरी लिखी हुई है. रोज आपको वो सोचना है, और किस वक्त सोचना है मैं आपको बताऊंगी. Now this is Neil Bohr. He said everything we call real is made of things that cannot be regarded as real. We are not measuring the world, we are creating the world. Please make sure that you create your world, create your future. Deja vu, literal. You can have a digital movie, start and end. Think, create what you want to feel like, see like, look like. If you cannot do this, I'm sorry, those things can be harder to achieve. And the best time to do this affirmation is when you are in theta state. You know, when we are babies, in age 0 to 6 years of age, we are in theta state, you know, completely 2 to 6 years of age. This is the age when we absorb everything. When we sleep, at that time, the critical faculty goes down and the mind, there's no fine line between conscious and unconscious. So 3 times in the morning in the bed, when you wake up and you are still in the bed, say your affirmation, your statement 3 times. Think and feel, and do it in the afternoon. You can club it with asar prayer or any time, your choice. 6 times you repeat that statement. You can write it and feel it as if it is done. 9 times in the bedtime, when you sleep, after closing your eyes and before you go to sleep. Think about your future. Imagine as if it is done, and raise your vibrations with your feelings. You can also go to hypnotherapist and ask your hypnotherapist to use your manifestations, your affirmations, that can also help you to accelerate your achievement of that dream. Whatever you will visualize will happen. Give yourself minimum 21 days time, optimum 3 months time. Constantly live with the thought. Say positive words. Stop saying I want. That's a negative language. Neurolinguistically, I want is a negative language, because brain knows that, oh, I don't have it, and brain doesn't like that feeling. We have to tell the brain you have it. So the feelings generate will bring the vision closer to you. Now, I don't want to get into detail. I will share the presentation with you, but you know, scientifically it's been proven the way we look at the world changes the world, how it functions. There have been experiments done, quantum physics, that observer, us human beings, the way we look at life, the life results gets changed. This is the experiment that was done. Pharmaceutical companies, they do the experiments, introduce the medicines to sell them more. If the healers do the same experiment, results will be otherwise. So know that what you want from life and expect only positive.
Rupa, we have some questions as well, I believe.
Okay, so we just close it on this slide. The other slides are some self-help tips I have given here. We can share the presentation. It will be there with Salim sir. Who anybody who's interested can have the presentation. These are some a tip on how to live a life of your passion. Whatever you are good at, best at, you have your passion, make it your profession, and then find out somebody who needs that kind of skill, and then you can, you know, get paid for it. So this is passion. Make your passion as your profession, and you're going to be a happy soul. I think I'm done. There are other things that I wanted to share, but this is how to make a short-term and long-term life goals. Make it weekly, monthly, and half yearly, 1 yearly. What you want to see, where you see yourself 15 years from now. See yourself how you want to leave the world, with a regret or with a happy note. So make your life goals, make it very specific, how you want to celebrate your life, your holidays, long-term goals, and start working towards your goals. Make it very specific so that you can achieve what you design your life for. So I think we should open for question and answer. This is you know, you can make your goals. You can use this as a
Well,
mini.
I think the first question which has been asked by many of the participants, that in case of adversities, if there are serious problems in the life and still we want to be happy, how to go about?
Mindfulness is very important to accept it. The way we have stress in our life, there are only 3 ways. Either we accept it, that yes, it's a part of our life, yeah, or we fight it out, that yes, we have to do something about it, or fight or flight or accept. There are only 3 ways. You need to decide how you want to treat your life. Is there any way that you can fight it out? If we, like this pandemic, we cannot do anything about it. What can we do? We have to accept it and say, we are ready, we'll take care of our health and we'll do whatever it requires. And the rest, you just see how the life will take, fold. So this resistance creates problem in the body, where we cannot do anything, but we want to do something. Sometimes we have to accept this corona thing, this pandemic is, we cannot do anything about it. So we have to accept it. So in the stressful time, it's very important to surrender. If you cannot do anything, if we keep complaining, we are compounding the negative energies around us. We say fine, it's the time, it will pass by. Agar sochiye job 5 mahine nahi mili, 6 mahine mil jayegi. Think about, and is this enough that I'm doing to get a job? Is it job related or relationship related? It's a phase of life. Look at from the helicopter point of view. Go on the vision board that जब मैं 50 साल का होऊंगा और situation को देखूंगा, reflect करूंगा या करूंगी, am I going to be really that affected? अगर हम अपने आप को डिटैच कर दें उस करंट सर्कमस्टांस से, जस्ट ऑब्जर्व करना है, सिर्फ ऑब्जर्व करना है कि ये कैसी सिचुएशन है एज अ थर्ड पार्टी की, क्या हो रहा है. इसके लिए बहुत ज्यादा पेशेंस इस लेवल पे चाहिए. आप आंख बंद करके बैठिए, ऑब्जर्व करिए पूरी सिचुएशन को, क्या हो रहा है. अपने आप को वहां से निकाल के ट्रेवल इन अ फ्यूचर, कि आज से 10 साल बाद जब मैं, whatever your age is right now, 10 years from now, I'm going to reflect back and look at this situation, how I'm going to look at it. Is it really that big or I'm thinking it's big? Self talk is very important. होता क्या है, जब हमारे पास टाइम नहीं होता सेल्फ रिफ्लेक्शन के लिए, चीजें कंपाउंड होती जाती हैं. एक सवाल है, 2 सवाल हुए, पहले सवाल को तो जवाब ही नहीं मिला हमें, दूसरा तीसरा चौथा, वो कंपाउंड हो गए सवाल. अब उनको सॉर्ट आउट करना है एक एक करके. वो हमें अकेले बैठना पड़ेगा, क्योंकि हमारे सवाल हैं, हमें खुद ही उनके जवाब फेस करने हैं.
Rupa, we have some more participants who want to ask questions. I'm enabling them.
Okay.
I'm enabling Dr. Sushma John to please ask her point. Dr. Sushma John, please unmute your mic and ask your question, please.
You want to be a billionaire, Dr. Tausif? Yes, you can be. Say, I am.
Dr. Sushma.
Yes, I am here. I'm audible?
Hello, hi, Dr. Sushma. Yes, please.
Yeah. Very nice talk. I am associate professor in education, and your talk is very matching to my job nature, because we have to deal with our students, and what you said about negative thoughts and depression, it is very useful for me, especially that dancing and smiling to look yourself in mirror. So it is very nice, or all concept is very clear. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much. I'm glad that you like.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm allowing Mr. Shahid Ramzan. Please unmute yourself and speak. Hello, Mr. Shahid Ramzan. Please unmute your mic and ask the questions.
I'm looking at the chat. There are interesting comments here.
Please go ahead. Any comments if you want to respond to?
There is a comment by Dr. Tausif Ahmad Ansari. I want to be a billionaire. Is it possible? Of course, definitely. And mark my words, today you are sitting here and we have a recording. Inshallah, it's going to be on YouTube. Keep saying that I am a billionaire. Keep meditating 20 minutes every day, anytime. And my proposed preferred time is when before you go to bed. There is something called manifestation, hypnosis and guided meditation. Vishen Lakhani, Mindful Valley, the university, one of the biggest universities online. Vishen Lakhani 6-phase meditation. You can do that if you are familiar with the meditation practices. Keep thinking in your brain and start saying, I am a billionaire. How much? Write down the amount. Billionaire is a loose statement. Write down how many billions you want to make. Okay. And try and make specific that you want to have a rupee, a dirham, or what currency you want to have. Keep saying that you are, and imagine you are already a billionaire. How the billionaire looks like, feel like, talk like. And jab aap ban chuke honge, when you are already a billionaire, how you are going to walk and talk and behave, how your body language is going to be. When you will meditate, create that vision in your mind, and the moment you will see you are already a billionaire, feel the feeling in your body, and the sensation and the vibration in your entire body, the electric current that will ensure that the frequency leaves the body. It will leave the positive charge, and eventually you will start seeing the synchronicity, the coincidences. Probably there'll be people who want some one to associate with the project. You will get a random call from somewhere. You will get in touch with people who might have some ideas, and you even in the bad situation, yes, even in the bad situation, this is the power of imagination, and this comes with the habit. And like I said, habits are not developed in 1 day or 2 days. Actually, in my subsequent 1 or 2 slides, I have this tracker. Imran sir, if 5 minutes are there, I wanted to share that tracker. You guys can
Sure,
actually,
sure, please.
yeah, just a minute. This is the tracker. Start 21 days tracker, 5 to 10 minutes breathing, meditation. EFT, I haven't touched upon. Make sure you drink enough water, take care of your nutrition, your sleep, giving back to make sure 3 people you make happy with your words in a day. Say positive affirmations. I am billionaire. Take care of your food and spend some time with yourself. If you do these things correctly on correct times, and 21 days, do not leave, and optimum, I said 3 months, you will start seeing the results. Dr. Sapna, thank you very much. You liked what we have shared today. Okay, Dr. Sapna says, your words recharge my mind power. Actually, if you see, I wanted to share with some stories. This is another tip. Tell your students to have their role models, whoever their role model is. Let them have their role models and let them do what they have done to be successful in their lives. That role model can be anybody, but not definitely negative role model. Go for your ideal teacher who you want to be like. Maybe you want to be like your parent. Tell them any spiritual leader or any friend that you would like to be. So we call it choose your board of directors, and have virtual meeting with the board of directors. See how they must have responded. So this is one activity that we give in live coaching sessions. uh, there are certain tips here. These are the resources that I have. The scientific community fraternity, which has spoken more about the science behind the law of attraction and affirmations. Divine Matrix, you can watch on YouTube. They are in 2 parts by Greg Braden. Biology of Belief. Once you will watch, take a snapshot, click like a picture on YouTube. You can go and Google more about it. You will know A to Z whatever I'm talking about in more detail. My 10 years of research on these gentlemen. Buy a book by Dr. Deepak Chopra, Meta Human. Buy a book, Biology of Belief. Sir, you can have these books in the library in the university, and this will help the students. Make sure that there is a trend in the university to share the TED Talks by these people. There is a provision of showing YouTube videos of these people who are talking about how to get what you want in life. People must read. Students, 99% Muslims in India and subcontinent have not read Quran with meanings. I know people, those who have been saying that they're religious and practicing Muslims, or Hindus not familiar with what scriptures have to say. They are in the name of namesake religious, but do not have time to read what is written in Quran, in Gita, in Bible, in meanings. I have read Quran many times in Hindi, many times in English, and you see what these scientists are saying today. The similar things are written in Gita, in Vedic literature, and in Quran, which talks about the same thing. Like I said in Surah Najm, and Ahem Brahmasmi, there was a Sufi Muslim, he says, Anal Haq. Not that I am the God, it's that we are the creator of our life by the decisions, by the choices. And what scientifically happens, you can see if your analytical mind doesn't accept the spiritual logic, you will accept Divine Matrix by Greg Braden. Gaia.com is a Netflix of science and spirituality. You can see all the research done in the physics, in biology, by quantum mechanics, quantum emotions. All these people have been spoken, talked about, they have written. Stephen Hawking's last documentary, you can get to know how the law of attraction works, how the universe communicates with our vibrations and frequencies. These are the things that you can Google. This lady, Louise Hayes, she recovered from the cancer completely. Doctors gave her 6 months time to live on earth. 1.5 years, she recovered from complete multiple cancers. She lived up to 80, 85 plus and wrote a book, Heal Your Life. And this is the book that she has written. And this is the smaller version. I have the bigger version also. What happened when she started, she rejected all the chemotherapies, complete treatment, and she just went on affirmations. And here there is a book, all the diseases, emotional blockage, and the affirmations associated, how they can help and heal the body. You see here, the martial artist, the martial art people, when they break the brick, they are trained to see when they hit the brick, they see already the bricks are broken. They do not look at the top of the brick. They hit the brick and they see they are already broken. And here, the cancer cured in 3 minutes. You can go to YouTube and find out Greg Braden YouTube video on showing how the cancer got healed of a Chinese woman who was rejected by the American doctors, saying that they'll touch the cancer, it will, go in the whole body. But in 3 minutes, how Chinese healers, Reiki healers, energy healers, within 3 minutes, she believed in her mind that she will be healed with this process. And the healers on the sonography, they are looking at the cancer squeezing down. The moment they are saying healed, 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 the only word they use is healed, as if she's healed. And this happened. You can go and find out about this. 3 minutes cancer was gone from the body. This is the conviction. In Guinness Book of World Record, there was one old lady on the wheelchairs. She sees the grandchild going inside the getting, about to crushed by a car. She not only runs and lift the car, take the baby out from under the car, saves the child. When everybody reaches the hospital, daughter doesn't know that my mother has saved, who was a handicapped, because everybody is in a chaos. Then the doctor says, how did you manage this? And she sees she's standing and she collapses. So this is the power of our mind, the subconscious. When we want something, things do happen. Otherwise, we are going to be like the circus elephant. When the small little baby in the circus is tied with one rope, it tries to break it 1 day, 2 days, 3 days, 1 week. Second week, the elephant stops trying. And the rest of his life, the circus elephant is stuck with that rope, thinking he'll not be able to break it. We are living our lives as if we are the circus elephant, because we have been told all that we cannot do. We have been trained to be sad, with mediocre approach. I never thought in my whole life that I'll be able to be in a place where I am. I used to feel, जिस घर से मैं हूँ, I am from a place where girls working was not tagged good. Girls in the age of 18, 19, 20 get married and go. Coming from my place, from Okla, from Julena to Lajpat Nagar was a big task, but I came to Dubai. I have traveled 20 countries, and I have never imagined. First time when I landed in UK, I thought, I just used to look at the plane. I used to love it. I used to imagine myself sitting in the plane, not knowing these quantum principles, but at the feeling level, I was attached. And today, when I see, I have studied from Hindi medium. Speaking English was my biggest fear of life. I was a good student, completely Hindi medium schooling. Coming to Jamia, bachelor's in social work was a achievement for me to get admission. But my biggest fear was, how I'm going to communicate. But maybe I don't have a perfect command. Still, all that we have to create it here. If we cannot create, it's not going to happen. This is given. These are
Let's
the
have
resources I have given.
we have Zosa.
Josna Salam. Josna Salam. Would you unmute yourself and ask whatever you want? Josna Salam, please unmute yourself. Are you there? Yes, please.
Sir, this session is very helpful to me, and especially in this current situation. Honestly, I was listening and recording the session also, but I don't have any personal question, but the session has improved me and has given me so much confidence. Thank you. Thank you.
Give your introduction also.
This is Josna Salam from Imphal. Actually, I have been shared this link from one of my friends. Right now I'm doing a business and I'm also facing so much, stresses. So this is very helpful to me.
Mohammed Salman, if you are there, we have allowed you. Please unmute yourself and share your things. Yes, please. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Sir, first of all, I would like to say that the session was very good. And I have some specific question regarding it.
Yes, please.
Actually, when we talk about affirmation, then there are many aligned things that I feel it should be considered. Like affirmation regarding health, success, and power. If we combine all these things all together, can we achieve it?
Clubbing, health, power, and success. It's called
All together.
abundance.
Okay.
Okay.
Just Salman, you also introduce yourself, please.
Mr. Salman, would you introduce yourself, please? Go on, I think.
Shahid Ramzan.
So his question, you can use for all these three. It's called abundance. Now I have to just struggle and scratch my head and think, what do you call abundance in Hindi? You can try and find out. I'm not sure. But abundance is what it means, that you have health, wealth, and well-being. So you can actually create, words are not all that important. Words are human construct. Words are made to communicate with each other. Feelings are more important. If you just say the words without the feelings, the vibration and the feeling, the physiology will not change. It's very important to feel that as if it is already done. If you want to have health, success, and power, you have to feel healthy, successful, and powerful. With the body language of a timid, weak person, you cannot feel already.
Thank you. Thank you, Rupa. I mean, it was a fantastic session. I believe, it tremendously helped to many of the people, I believe, and for sure to me. I'm sure that I'm going to revitalize myself, my thought process, and I'll think over it very seriously. And I have even shared the YouTube address on the message line if somebody want to go through once again, because I feel like that I would like to listen to this session over and again, and I would like to really do some practice. And I would request you on behalf of all the participants that we'll have a follow-up session sometime later on that we'll re-advertise,
Actually, sir,
And
some of the self-help tools that I have actually included here, we could not touch because the session, like I said, this 10 years of juice putting in one presentation was a real challenge for me. And in fact, Nadeem was saying, Rupa,
that's
this is
true.
very lengthy because this is Deepak Chopra's whole work in
We
7
can have a workshop. We can plan a workshop, like weekly workshop if you want to have all the slides, all the exercises that you want to tell everybody or you want to do
Yeah,
practice
so
that
let's
people
see.
should practice that.
These are the things that, see, the top one is mindfulness and affirmation.
We will just work it out.
Do we have more questions in the chat? I'll be more than happy.
Anyway, on behalf of Aligarh Muslim University, I thank you very much. I appreciate your concern and your help for us. Thank you very much, Hupa, and hope to have a continued relationship with you. Thank you very
Definitely.
much.
Thank
And
you very
thank
much
you,
for
the
inviting me.
participants, for being with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye, everyone. Good night.
Bye. Good night.